I named, her, it was Raven, and, so, yeah, she's really special.
You see them name it like Bob or anything, Raven can go either way.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
That's a
And
cat,
actually,
it don't know.
yeah, and I think I'm looking, because I love fashion, I was looking at something, I just happened to, like eBay and stuff, there was a girl in Michigan named Raven, so it was right at the coinciding time, so, yeah. So, yeah, it's,
Did they react to whatever's here? Whatever's
Oh yeah,
here?
and that's it. Does
the
cats
cats
act any
react?
different? Do they?
cats are so smart, I think they do, they don't, cats also have attitude, but, yeah, I've seen them look, there's times where I watch them, and I know. Or maybe there is just an understanding that I have that when I look at them, I tell them, I say, it's going to be okay. Jesus loves us, it's already gone, that's how it's been, lately. But yeah, I think they definitely do, I've definitely, because even watching their ears, like when it's, really intense, I'll see them.
You'll be hearing something. They act like they hear it too. They
Right,
perk their ears
right.
up and look around.
Right.
That's very common. Animals can sense stuff that we can't. So.
They don't
Right.
they don't have the blinders that
Right.
we grow up. As we grow up, we learn that this is proper and this isn't, so we don't see things that.
We found that a lot,
Yeah, we
especially in
find
the,
that a
in
lot.
the field that we do. People that
Right.
have pets and stuff. If you watch the animals, they'll pick up stuff that we, before it happens.
Oh, right. Well, there was, yeah, I had a couple of Siamese cats, which are extremely intelligent. I think they're all intelligent, but this was just the one time I had Siamese, and I raised him from a baby, and his name was Johnny, and he turned out to be this big Siamese cat, right? So this is when I lived alone, and I was probably, whether I was asleep or not, I don't remember, in my bedroom, and it was a work night, so I had to get up early, really early. I had to get up at like 5 or something, and they always slept at the foot of the bed with me, and I had a big, like a privacy fence in the backyard, like a 6-foot fence with a locked gate, and then, the trash thing you can lift, and all of a sudden, he starts growling, so, so I look out the bedroom window, and I see, like, under that gate, I see, like, people, like, feet moving around,
Okay.
and then I see, like, somebody coming over the fence, and I had a pellet gun, which looked like a 45,
Okay.
and, this was like, I was probably maybe 29 or 30 years old at that time. But anyway, so, the only time it's ever happened. But so, 3 guys, young kids really, they climbed over my fence. And I went up in my nightgown, and I just started shooting at the fence and, making it, plain, in a loud tone to go now as well, and it was like, man, it took you half an hour to get over, and look at that, it took you 1 second to get back over on it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It was wild. But what the great thing is in a split second, before I even turned around, there was a police officer. I didn't call him. He was standing in my backyard. He came through the other gate, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I just, there was 3 guys," and he was saying, he was explaining it to me. So it was just...
They've probably been in the neighborhood and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what he was explaining. He goes, "Well, have you heard, anything?" I go, "Yeah, sometimes I hear people whistling, like, young kids will go, shh, shh, shh. And that's like their signals, like when they're casing places and stuff." And I lived in a great, it was a nice neighborhood, and this is out in Washington State, but he was just, I was standing there, still, of course, angry, because I'm not bragging, but, when you live alone as a woman, it's like it's your attitude, instead of ever feeling anything else, if you have your own home, and, that's just how I kind of like, it was a part of my maturity process, to grow up, become a big girl is, have your own home, And that happened, and then there was this cop was right there, and I was, I knew after that moment it would never happen again, because I know I scared him. I scared him.
Oh yeah, I guarantee they ain't
Oh,
gonna
I
come
did.
back.
I was, just totally firing at him, just totally. Like I said, they literally hurtled back over,
Mhm.
and like I said,
Yeah, there's easier picks out there. You find somebody's got a gun or alarm, you don't want to mess with those people.
Yeah, I never owned a real gun, just a
Right,
pellet
it's a
gun.
pellet gun, but still, they didn't know that, and even a pellet gun hurts. I mean,
Oh yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, it was attitude, and I had the kind of house I had was a California split, and the back windows in the backyard were actually barred, and the one window wasn't, but and just like I said, attitude and just you just know I always placed my hedge of thorns around my home and stuff like that, but
Definitely know about a girl living alone.
oh yeah, she lives alone.
So, yeah, me and my 4 cats.
Yep.
Last one we kick your tail. So about the disturbances here, are they stronger at night? Are they stronger during the day? Do they say anything? I mean,
constantly.
what kinds of things do they say to you?
It's just constantly, I'm this and it's just a mockery. It's just a perversion. Um, it's just it's violent. I mean, it's talking all the time. And I have to drown it out.
Okay. Okay.
And it's energy. It's bad energy.
This also sounds like it's making her tired a lot, like kind of draining your energy from you.
Well, it's just it's, I guess that would be a natural thing. I mean, that's just it's unnatural for that to be here. So of course, it's draining and hard.
We have a thing that we call psychic vampires, where you get an entity that it keeps bugging you, and it physically drains your energy. You just feel tired all the time, feel wore down. They can make you sick. They can make you,
Well, yeah, whatever it is, it's got to go.
Yeah, it's got to. I mean.
Yeah, Father Bailey called me today, and it turns out he's in Missouri. He got I don't know. I didn't know all of his plans, but. So he's coming anyway, and he was just talking to me, and so we're
You talked to anyone at Notre Dame?
None of them have ever dealt with it. I have talked to hundreds of people. I've talked to thousands of people. I've made thousands of calls.
She has notebooks filled with numbers and contacts.
And
this has been going on for what, a year or so?
Yeah, since I've really been
Nobody, they don't have an exorcist or anyone at the Basilica that can deal with us? They can't even contact somebody in Rome that can deal with us?
Well, I've actually called Italy.
Okay.
And at that point it was, I'm trying to reach, I think his name is Gabriel Amaroth or something, and he can't be contacted. So, like I said, you go through, so much in a day, and then trying to have a day, and then trying to have a life with your husband, and then just trying to try,
Who's Gabriel? Is he the big exorcist in Rome?
I saw him on the, he's one. He's
one
one.
of the ones that does it.
Right.
But it's like anything else with the Catholic Church. You got to go through the bishops and the popes, and you keep moving your way up the line. You just can't contact them directly. They keep referring you back down.
What priests have you dealt with locally? Have you called? I mean, Notre Dame is probably going to be your best bet to find someone.
I have a priest.
Okay.
He's flying in.
He's flying in.
When's he flying in?
He's flying in Wednesday.
Okay. And where's he flying in from?
He's in St. Louis right now.
Okay, so he's gonna fly here.
He's from Rhode Island.
Okay.
But his plane. I mean, his reservation was from Rhode Island. He got called to St. Louis,
So,
and he's, you know, so.
So he'll be here Wednesday,
Mhm.
and okay.
you say he's staying until Friday, a couple of days. So hopefully he can do something. Now, is he like does he do exorcisms or what? I
He
mean,
is an exorcist.
okay.
No,
So maybe
he's
I'll
here to
do all
take care of business.
bless it and all that. Okay, good.
Is he actual priest, like a real Catholic priest?
Oh yeah, he's the
Okay.
yes, he's the
Okay.
pastor. You know, he's the chief pastor. He's the exorcist of the whatever, I forget what cathedral it is in Rhode Island.
Okay.
He was referred by Lorraine Warren,
Okay.
demonologist.
You know her. I've talked to her a couple of times now.
Okay.
She's
She
getting up
doesn't
there
have
too.
the experience in this at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's getting up there. She's old now.
Yeah.
Her husband just died.